But first, welcome to the stage, the founder and chief executive of Reverse Rett, Rachael Stevenson.
Hello, everyone. There's a bit of a problem here. I just need to lower this. I was going to start my speech tonight by saying that David really bigs me up every time I come onto the stage and how awesome it is. But he didn't do it today. Kind of disappointing, I must admit. Quite horrified. But what I was actually going to say is I don't want an amazing introduction at this event because I speak to the parents of children and adults with Rett syndrome every day. And every one of them, they're all heroes. And that's the truth. After this last year, especially, we have a progressive condition already. All you need is a pandemic thrown in. The resilience that we've witnessed and the courage is really extraordinary. And it makes me want to make Reverse Rett better every single day. So we did start Reverse Rett from absolutely nothing. It was in 2010, and we began with a small, noisy laptop and basically a lot of, I'm going to call it audacity, but I think it was also quite a bit of rage. So we did our first event just months after we launched the charity. And that I didn't know what I was in for, to be honest. We didn't have a team then. It was just a few parents, really, that were bringing this event together. So it was really kind of fake it till you make it, to be honest. Some of you were there. You were there, you remember. And you guys were there as well. When I first got onto the stage to speak to the audience that night, the fear was real. But it wasn't greater than the fear of accepting this debilitating condition as my daughter's fate. It turns out, if you're scared enough, all kinds of things are possible. As parents, that's what's expected of us, though, right? If your child's in a burning building, you're weird if you don't run in. Please put your hand up if you don't have a family member with Rett syndrome. To me, to all of the other families here tonight, it's you who's exceptional. This is not your burning building, but here you are. Thank you to you all, and thank you to everyone who's contributed to this event in the last 11 years, and to everyone who supported last year's event at home. I have to admit, as much as I like my sofa, I think it's really nice to be back out again. And we're really excited to be here in person. And we really appreciate everyone coming out because obviously people are still a bit nervous, and thank you also to you all for tolerating the COVID safety measures, and to the brilliant guys that were on the front, making sure that everyone had their COVID passes. Thank you very much. So we're glad to be here, and we really are so grateful to Taysha Gene Therapies for their support of the gala, but also for their support of the Rett community in the last 18 months. It's a really palpable thing, their investment in people and their real true interest in our opinion as a patient group, which I know is true for other patient groups around the world as well. We really do appreciate being able to partner with you, so thank you. There's been so many of these events, and we've had different sponsors, and we're really grateful to them all, but I really feel so differently about having Taysha Gene Therapies here sponsoring the event. I really feel it's a sign of the times, and it's a good sign. Because whilst to this day we still have no approved treatments for Rett syndrome, change is within reach. In the coming months, gene therapy trials will begin. And just to be clear, these are not drug trials. These are trials which are aiming to address the underlying genetic anomaly which causes Rett syndrome. This has only been made possible with your help over the years and through the collective effort of Reverse Rett and other patient groups worldwide who have invested in basic science and basically de-risked Rett programs until industry partners were ready to invest. But trials, whether of emerging treatments or existing medications or more complex gene therapies, can only happen with the right support and facilities in place. That's why at Reverse Rett we developed a patient registry and clinical trial support services, and it's why we helped to establish the SIP Rett Centre and committed to funding it moving forward into what we know will be such a pivotal time for people with Rett syndrome up and down the country. So the provision of gene therapies to people with locked-in conditions like Rett syndrome is uncharted territory. The science is promising, but the truth is we don't know how it's going to go until we get there, until those first few patients and their families are brave enough to try. But I'm getting to the point now where I'm daring to dream. And when I dream, I like to dream big. So I have a dream that one day I'm going to walk up here with my own daughter so she can thank you all herself. Actually, at this point, she doesn't even have to walk. She could just be well enough to be here and enjoy the evening. At this point, it doesn't actually even have to be my daughter. It can be anyone. Anyone with Rett syndrome. Anyone whose life could be transformed by what we're doing here. Anyone would be enough. For now, we're really grateful. We're grateful to the scientists who worked tirelessly over the decades and who will continue to work tirelessly until Rett syndrome is a thing of the past. We're grateful to our industry partners who are driving the charge into the clinic and to this brilliant team at the SIP Rett Centre who work so hard every day to improve the lives of patients with Rett syndrome and their families. And this is the important bit. And I know this team will continue to put our patients first before, during, and after these therapies emerge, which truly have the potential to transform lives. So thank you for having the ethos that you have. And we're grateful to everybody, all of you, for being here, for buying tickets and tables and sponsorships and raffle tickets, for donating, for performing, and for donating in kind. Whether this is or is not your burning building, because of you, change is within reach. Thank you.